Right, hello everyone. FIA, new FIA settings out today. We've got the new settings they're going to be using, so it's a lot different from previous season. We're back to longer races, strategy involved. This is what I think most people have wanted for a long time, and they've actually delivered on it. It's very similar to top 24 distance in terms of how long the races are. So this is going to be quite interesting to see how they work. Now, I have literally just before we started stream jumped onto manufacturer, set a time, and set a time on nations as well. The Porsche is looking good on both of them, so I'm probably going to use Porsche for nations as well. You know, so probably top. I think I'm still top 10. Yeah, we're in P3, but that time can definitely. That Porsche is a little bit OP. I think the R8 and the Porsche are very much, even the NSX by looks of it, is quite strong, but I think the Porsche can get down to a 44.3 or 4, if I'm brutally honest. It feels a little bit OP there, with the Audi obviously as well. With this, let's go over to this one. Now we're going to start with nations, and then go on to manufacturer after we've done nations practice. So nations is 15 laps, so that, let's just, I mean, when we compare this to what we did, I think we had a race in manufacturer the previous season, just gone, or it might have been like, it was one of the stages of the previous manufacturer seasons. It was 8 laps. It's now 15 laps, and it looks like it could be a 2 or a 1 stopper. I think like if you don't qualify very well, you could probably get a one stopper out of this and hold people up at this track. It's going to be really interesting how this is. I'm just looking forward to the fact that we can now do alternate. Like say if you qualify P14, 15, or even worse, say right at the back of the grid, you could maybe pit lap 3, put a new set of softs on while other people are going for a few more laps, jump them, then go to like lap 8 or something or 9, and then pit again and get a jump on them again or like that. I think it's gonna be interesting how the races are gonna go with this. Yeah, I'm in Porsche. We're in Porsche manufacturer. So it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, hello everyone in the chat by the way. Nice to see you all. We'll start with nations practice, I think. I have done a lap on this very quickly just before. The Porsche again can get well into the 53s. That lap was so off pace. I think the Porsche is strong still at Nürburgring. It should be able to do a 53.7 or I would think 53.6 maybe. I don't know. I think the Mercedes can beat the time that's been done there. I can't remember what. I think it was 53.4s and 5s last time we had the medium tyres on this race that people were doing in the R8 and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting to see what all the people going tend to go. I don't think the R8 will be the best for the race, but then the two stopper will work. That's the thing now. The tyre wear cars can compete because I think a two stopper can work at some combinations because the pit lane's so short. They've now like got rid of the long pit stop, so I think the cars that are bad on tyre wear can get around that with a two stop strategy if you're willing to fight and overtake in that. It's going to be. I'm really looking forward to it. I think this season could be one of the best. I mean, if you have a little look at the overall calendar, I have done a video showing this, but so nations we've got Group 2, then N300, then Group 1, Group B. I reckon that'll be a wet race at, possibly a wet race at the Red Bull Ring. Super Formula at Suzuka, that'll be interesting. This could be Spa, my guess, or Tokyo in the wet. One of them. Brands Hatch Grand Prix in Group 4, then Group 3 at Bathurst, Group 1 at the long Kyoto track. What I'm also interested to see is, is that top 16 race going to be longer or not? We haven't had anything come out on the browser yet to show us. Manufacturer, I mean, I've gone Porsche, but it's because I'm going to stick with Porsche now. I don't think Porsche is going to be the best for some of these tracks, especially the final track. Obviously, Porsche might not be the strongest for Monza. However, it should be quite strong on that round. The Indy track, I'm not sure. I think that the Alpha 4C, the Megane, Toyota GT6 will be the cars for that. This one, Group 4 track, that could be quite decent for the Cayman, to be fair, that one, I think. Could be quite strong. This one is going to be either Tokyo Wet or Spa. That's what I take from that being empty. Group 3, Autodrome Lego Maggiore Centre 2. I don't even know what one that is. Nürburgring 24 hour. I might not do that one. Fuji Speedway Short, Group 4. And Group 3 Interlagos. That could be quite. I mean, the Porsche is not weak there, but it's not over. It's not like the strongest, but the races are longer now, so strategy is involved. It's going to be really interesting how these races pan out and how things develop over. It's interesting to try these out for the first time. Like the Nürburgring race is hard track to overtake, so it'll be interesting if you can do strategy to get yourself ahead now. But yeah, I think this is the way. This is the way forward. Hopefully they continue with this, because I think people prefer this. I'm hoping to see something with regards to the points come out, whether they're going to change the point ranking system and how the points are distributed, to try and stop people lowering their driver rating. Yeah, if they do, Carl, so it could be like a 35-minute race, but I just don't know whether they're going to do that or not. It'd be interesting if they do. Right, let's go and do nations anyway. Let's see if we've had no other information on this news feed yet either, so there's nothing about whether the top 16 race is going to be longer or what. I don't think it will go longer, if I'm honest. I think they're just gonna stick like this. I don't. They don't really need to go longer, if I'm honest. I need to get the settings off my phone. I think these settings now, 25 to 30 minutes, is pretty much spot on for FIA. I think that is the sweet zone, I think, to please everyone, because it's not too long that it's going to put people off, but it's not too short that it feels like qualifying will settle it all. I feel like now you could possibly qualify P10 and still fight for a podium if you've got the pace in the race. And that's what's going to be really interesting. I'm really happy they've listened finally after about a year of. I mean, the first thing I said on this game when I started it was the races are too short, because I came from iRacing and obviously used to doing 40 to an hour races, etc. It was like the first thing I ever said was they need longer races, or the races should be a bit longer. But I'm happy they've listened at last. Let's do some. Oh. Okay. Let's do Monza, Mercedes AMG, Aston Martin, the Ford GT, the Ford Mustang. Power cars really are strong. The Aston Martin, the AMG isn't that strong in a straight line, but it's really good at Monza. It's always been strong around there. Do that as we're gonna do this reasonably. We're gonna keep that as SB for this tonight. We want to keep the lobby quite clean and quite competitive, because I want to get an idea of how these races are going to work with strategy. I want to try and keep fairly close to what it'll be on Wednesday. So we'll start with nations. Where are you? Gone past, haven't I? And I think it's morning there. Let's just get these settings up. I've got them on my phone somewhere. I don't use straighteners. Right. 15 laps. First. So does anyone know what I don't know if anyone knows this yet. Is there any way of finding out how qualifying will work? Because I've not seen anything about it. For this, if there's nothing out there, I'll just keep it how we usually run it. 10 laps. I mean, sorry, 10 laps. I mean, 10-minute qualifying. But I feel like it might, I don't know, because the race is about 30 minutes long, they've increased the gap between the races. And they, like, I don't know whether they're going to increase the qualifying by 5 minutes, because that could kind of if you increase the qualifying by 5 minutes, it might there'd be a possibility that it would get rid of the fuel burning in a way, because if you have 15 minutes to qualify, you might as well get a few laps in as bankers, and I think that it could kind of eliminate. You'll probably still see burning, but only for a little bit, because you'd be at low fuel by the end anyway. I don't know about rolling starts, mate, because there's not been an update yet, Antomix. We haven't had an update to the game, so I don't think that'll be any difference. Not yet, anyway. Slipstream is real. Mechanical is light. Tyre wear for this is times 10, I think. That's times 3, I think. Double check, I think. So I don't think any cars are going to struggle with fuel for this, by the looks of it. And we'll just put that as... Yeah, I think the only good thing if they did increase it to 15 would be maybe people will burn fuel for 2 laps, but that'll be it then. So the first 5 minutes will be like basically people fuel burning, and then you'd have 10 minutes of qualifying, and that could be a way around it, because then you've got 10 minutes of people actually setting laps and not getting in each other's way. So it could work. I think it could work. Same as during the race. Group 3, balance on. Should we just try it with We could try qualifying with 15 minutes and seeing how that plays out. You probably will actually get people, because the fuel's lower, you would probably need to burn fuel for a good, like, 6-7 minutes. But I just wish they'd do something to get rid of that fuel. But start maybe an option so that in qualifying you start with 50% fuel just for qualifying. And then you still have your 10 minutes or something. And then you probably would eliminate a lot of the fuel burning. Ghosted lap cars is on. I'm looking forward to this FIA. This is probably the only FIA, the first FIA season in a long time that I've actually been looking forward to, because I feel like it's a bit more proper racing. We've got strategy involved. You might have a bit of fuel save. You might. It's not drastic, the fuel, but it might be a case of, well, if I'm stuck behind this car, maybe I could look after my tyres, go for a 1-stop when they're going to go for a 2-stop. It just feels fresher now with the way they've done these settings, and I like it. I think there's going to be a bit of strategy involved, and that's what it's been missing out of the FIAs for a long time. Right, I think hards are allowed in this, aren't they? I think. So do I do this? Shall I do it as 15 minutes or just do it as 10? I don't know if there's a way to see. Has anything? Let's just check online to see if anything's been put online yet, because it normally goes on the website first. Loading up now. Yeah, I think I'll put 15 on, because I think I've got a sneaky feeling they might do a 15-minute qualifying. Because the reason I think this is because if anyone used to do the old top 24 races, which were very similar distance to this, the qualifying was 15 minutes for them. So makes me think they might go to the 15-minute qualifying. Still nothing on there, but yeah, that's why I think that's exactly, Calster. Like, the fact that they've added 20 minutes in between, like the extra 20-minute between races. I know the races are a bit longer, but they're not 20 minutes longer. That's what makes me think there's going to be 15-minute qualifying session. So we'll try 15 minutes, because I think that's the way it's going to go. The new schedules in game, say, or on my video, you can see it. I did a video before I streamed. Check that out. It should be on there. I think these settings are all correct, aren't they? Yeah. So feel free to join. First race, Group 3 at Nürburgring GP, 15 laps. Finally. I think we did a race actually a while ago, testing 15 laps out in an FIA. I think Calster was in it with me as well. I'm sure we did a 15 lap race here. This is what it's been needing for a long time, this though. Red Bull rings destroyed your SR. Right. I'm going to try the Porsche here. Mercedes, the cars to try here, I think, are Mercedes, Porsche, Audi R8. The WRX Impreza is quite strong, I believe. What I remember. Ferrari, do you know what? The Ferrari is rapid round here if you can get used to it. I remember in qualifying it was so fast. I would think that the Lamborghini would be fast but tricky. NSX should be decent. Trying to think what else. Lexus I think is fairly strong around there as well. Ford GT is also fairly strong, but I don't think it's gonna be best. It's not as strong as other cars. But I'm just gonna stick with Porsche. Me, can't be bothered. I just want to stick with one car. Alright, let's get out on track and see. The tyre wear is still going to be quite strong in this though. Times 10 with medium tyres on is going to be quite aggressive on the tyre wear. So this is why I think that some cars are going to be able to do a 1-stop, and some the faster cars that are bad on tyres will go for the 2-stop and push. And that's what I'm liking about how they've done these races. It looks like they've took some thought into it and actually But we might be able to get one stop working and a two stop working together. That's the way I see it. The Aston won't be strong at Red Bulling in the wet though, that's the problem. The Aston might be shit in the wet. Oh. Fuel. Alright, let's go for a lap. That'll probably be a penalty, that. I think I've got too much off it. No, maybe not. Got away with it. He's trying to rob a slipstream again. He's not close enough to be fair. I don't think the Porsche will be the strongest in qualifying. But like you say now, with these races being longer, it's not all about qualifying. That's what I kind of like. You can think about the longer game. Oops, that's a lift there. Why is Porsche not the best for qualifying? Because the Audi and the Mercedes are probably stronger, I think, over a lap. Yep, this man 100% definitely changes for the good. That's a shit lap, that. But oh well. Oh, break. Harry better speed through there this time. The tyre wear is still very, very much a factor. You can see that. It looks like it's gonna be hard to do a one stopper, but I think it will be possible if you're just a bit careful with the tires. So maybe. I think if you don't push as much, obviously I was pushing it even though I wasn't driving very well. I was pushing, so be interesting. Let's just see the fuel. So yeah, people are still going to burn fuel even if it's a 15-minute qualifying, because you'll want to get your fuel down to 50% before you do even a lap, really. Porsche has its like, I think the reason I've gone Porsche, and I think a lot of people will, to be honest, is because the races are longer, so the tyre wear could come into factor, but some people may go for that two-stopper, and I really don't know how the season's going to pan out. No, I don't think it's a disadvantage for like, I don't think this would be a disadvantage going to Porsche, because you only have to think about Porsche at like this track. It should be able to get top 5 in qualifying if you nail a lap. You have to nail it, obviously, but I don't think you'll be able to fight for a pole if you've got an Audi R8 with a good driver. But then that Audi R8 driver's still got to hit a good lap. You've also got a few other cars, but it should be strong enough to fight for some sort of position, though, I believe. Also, you've got Suzuka. There's tracks like that. Kyoto, it's a very strong car. There's a lot of tracks that the Porsche will be strong at. Yeah, it's only the final race, the top 16 race. It could be a bit of a, if you're getting that, obviously, but Monza, that could be a bit of a problem. But if you can hang on, like the fact that the slipstream is so strong on GT Sport, that if you just hang in on the slipstream, you will find that you can normally set a lap even at Monza with the Porsche. So you just have to try and rob a slipstream in qualifying. Mate, the PS4 is not strong enough to do that on the base PS4. Not with the visual quality of Gran Turismo. Like, Project Cars can do it because it visually isn't anywhere near as good as Gran Turismo. So, and you know, you need to remember they want to achieve 60 frames per second, so you can't. Maybe on PS5 they'll have the dynamic weather and all that, but not the standard PS4 would just die a death if they added full wet weather. It wouldn't get anywhere near 60 frames per second. No, Kausa's in Citroen. This race is going to be 15 laps. I need to make sure I put them laps on, actually. I just want to try another lap with fresher tyres because I messed that first lap up. If we remember when this race was on last, we were in the 54s in qualifying. So that shows you what we all need when it comes to the race. Yeah, gamer, finally we got longer races. I had to back out the throttle then, lost a bit of time, but someone's took the brake marker out. Why? Right, seriously, who's doing that? Because someone's deliberately going around taking brake markers out. I will literally search who it is and kick them. Like, there's no need for it. We're not doing that shit in these lobbies, please. I want to know who's doing it, to be fair. Let's have a little look, see if we can spot anyone. They'll probably hear me saying it, so they're going to stop it. Unless someone's done it by accident. It's possible someone just crashed, but the one into the braking zone for that chicane, there's no reason why you'd be able to do that. I don't think Calster would do that. It was Calsticker coming. Let me just check I've got these laps right. I think I don't. Yeah, I've got it on there right. So we're going to start this qualifying in a bit. Alright, let's yeah, just to warn you. Okay, it was Ryan. But there was another brake marker, wasn't there? There was a brake marker at Neil EFRS. Is that what's his name again? Doing the same thing as he's been. Is Neil the? Okay, he span on corner of the grass. I don't know who was it last time. No, it was Evil, wasn't it? I remember now. Why is my brake? Right, let's start the qualifying anyway. Alright, let's start. If I see them being knocked out in this qualifying session, I'll restart the qualifying, save the replay, and kick whoever it is because I'm not having it, to be honest. Not what we're in here for. Alright, let's start this qualifying anyway. Yeah, but some corners don't have road markings, so if you've got a road marking, then fair enough. Like, I always look for like tarmac or a bit of track. Like this corner up here is no issue because you have the sprint layout where I use the end of the tarmac as a little reference. Like there, I use that point there as a reference, so that's never going to disappear. This corner, there is no reference. You just literally do it by sight, basically, of the corner. And this corner again, you don't need there's no brake marker. The only brake marker is a bit of grey tarmac on your left. So again, you'll see it here on the left. It starts there. I just use it just past that point. I use it as a reference. And then this corner, I kind of use the green bit of Astro, but also the 100 marker up at the top. What's the matter? Have you stuck in the pits in this, man, or what? Oh, not again. You always get that bug, don't you? See if it lets you come out, though, because sometimes it will come out. There's one car that's just come out now. Do you know what? I kind of didn't want to be behind them. I'll do another lap of burning fuel. Actually, we got more time, haven't we? The problem is, I mean, I would restart, but because it's only one, and if it does it again, we could be here all night. And then if someone else sees me restart for you, they'll expect me to restart for them. That's the only issue, really. You might, I mean, you could always just stay in, because you should be alright for the race. I know you'll be starting at the back, but it's a long race, so you should be able to get through fairly quick, really. And then we'll reset the lobby before we do another practice. We'll do 2 races here anyway. Well, hopefully. What time is it now? Oh, I don't know, actually. Maybe, I don't know. Might get 2 races in, actually. Is Calcer just burning fuel as well? I thought he was burning fuel, to be fair. Didn't realise he was on all that. I don't know, Nizman. Me and Calster, we're predicting that it will be a 15-minute qualifying, purely because if we remember top 24 races when they were about this type of distance, they used to have 15-minute qualifying. So I'm wondering if they're going to... Because they've also extended the gap between races by 20 minutes. So it's an hour and 20 between every race now, which makes me think that extra 5 minutes is for 5 more minutes in qualifying. But we'll find out, obviously, when tomorrow. Gamer PS1234 donated £25 through PayPal, mate. What a legend you are. Just seeing my total for the month, not a round number. Grr. Thank you very much, mate, for making it round with that big donation of £25. What a legend you are. Thank you, mate. And let's go for a banker, and then we should be able to do another banker as well. I think -3 bias for qualifying should be good. Ah, miss the apex a bit. Not great through there, lost a bit of time, but that understeer them. Ah! Not brilliant on the final chicane, but ah no! It's the final corner up as well. Yeah, it's not bad for a banker though. We should be well in the 54s, I think. I was looking on Streamlabs before, Gamer, by the way. Gamer PS1, 2, 3, 4. I had the main Streamlabs open, and you're top of the donations through PayPal, mate. Like, I'm literally shocked at how much you donated. Jesus Christ, what a fucking legend you are, mate. I was like, bloody hell. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. That doesn't include super chat donations though, the PayPal ones, so I don't know who's top. Like, there's nothing on Streamlabs to show you who's out of the Streamlabs versus super chat. There's no way of checking that. Yeah, I tried the new Call of Duty. Mate, it's a massive help, Gamer, mate. Seriously, I don't think you realise like how much of a help it's been this year for me, to be honest, mate. I genuinely couldn't tell you how much. I mean, it's been that much of a help that we're considering, like, we can't do it yet, but next year we're going to look at moving to somewhere where I can have my own proper room to do this job in. A proper bit like full room for the gaming room with the PC setup. It's been insane. And I have to say, like, the support from everyone, people who are watching the videos, clicking the like buttons, everything. It's been a massive help for the channel in general. That's a lie, Chris. We've won plenty of races. We won a few in the FIA. We had some very good results in FIA. Yeah, we got to get the ring first before we move, to be honest. Yeah, the thing with the channel is we had a couple of really big boosts, but there's never been any, like, even when, like, I've had, like, so the summer holidays for me was really hard because obviously the kids were off. I couldn't get much content out. I'm trying to catch up now. Even when that was there, I was still picking up consistent subscribers through the month. It wasn't a massive amount, but it was consistent, and that's what I like. The channel's consistently picking up new subscribers. It's not a situation where it doesn't drop off. It doesn't go. We've had a few peaks, like when Super GT helped me out, and a few other things, but in general, it's been very stable with the growth. I think I can pit again here. Burn a bit more fuel. Yeah, I mean, like, I try and be as real as I can. I don't try and act fake. I just do as I like. If something happens on track, I lose my rag a lot. And some people don't like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna act all fake about it, and I just say what I feel at the time. Even if when I know I'm wrong, I'll say it. Because after, when you look back on an incident, you will realise what you've done it might have been half your fault. And I think in general I'm quite fair when it comes back to looking back at replays, whether things were my fault or the other. But I think I look at it quite objectively. I don't go one-sided. I normally do give it fairly. If I feel like I've made a mistake, I will admit it, to be honest. Who's your ship, Carl Ceremony? I don't know what I could have. Could I have got another lap? I don't know what's going on there, right? I can burn fuel for the outlap here. You're out of this race. Why? It won't count your laps. Kelsey, you need to. Is it the red with the red? You need to do more than a certain amount of laps, I think, so it counts them. I don't know. There's an issue with it. Like, see, mine's red now. It will let you do them eventually. You'll be starting at the back with this man anyway. It's not the red thing. Oh, it must be a new bug then. I think some of the issues with these happen when, like, I noticed that if I wasn't streaming now, we wouldn't have as many issues in terms of the pit lane bugs. So that's why eventually as well, when I move, I'm not going to do it before we move because it'd be a waste of money. But when we do eventually move, and we can afford to get obviously a new property, I'm going to get double internet. So I'm going to have a separate internet for the stream that won't affect the lobby set, because I think internet affects. Say, like, I'm hosting this and I'm streaming, and I think that affects some of the bugs you get. So hopefully we'll get the internet sorted next year in a new property and have double internet. So, like, lobby should run a lot smoother in general. We're not going to move before. There's no way I can move before Christmas, and I've got to save up for the ring as well for the missus. So. That's weird, that. I don't know. Maybe you should just carry on, though, just in case, Calster. Like, carry on qualifying just in case it does at the end of it. Nisma. I mean, I would restart. Like I say, like, with Nisman's issue, if I restart for one, I have to do it every time, and it could become a very long process. I would love to restart for him. Like, if this wasn't open to everyone and we weren't streaming, I would probably just restart it. But the fact that if it was just people I knew in there, I would restart 100%. But it's annoying when, like, if I do it for one, I'd have to do it for everyone, and we could be here all night. But we're going to do another race on this anyway. So if it's the same issue again, I will restart the lobby. I'll change the tire wear or something. Messed that up. Ah, shocking. That's not very good through there. No! This has been a proper bad lap. Oh, look how much time I've lost. Ah, I've ruined it. What an idiot. Dirty tyres, I think, when I ran wide. Someone took that brake marker out again. It's just been a shit lap. Oh well. Should have probably did 3 laps. I kept misjudging it anyway, but okay. At least we got a solid banker in. It wasn't a brilliant banker, but solid enough. Could be stuck behind that Subaru though. We might have to go for an alternative strategy. I don't know. Oh. Is Nisman out? Why does Nisman say he's in P7? I thought he's stuck in the pits. Did he get out? I don't know what's going on here. Is it all messed up, this, or is it me? I feel like something's not right here. I feel like there's something not right. What? Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on. I think there's a bug in the game, to be honest. What? Yeah, nice to see you back, Mystic, mate. Now that we've got proper FIA races back, I think a lot of people will come back. Right, start this race now. Fine, night, Pumpkin. I don't know what's going on here. Like, are we stuck in this? I feel like we might be stuck because it's it thinks that this. Oh, yeah, there you go. Let's see if you can get to race. Yeah, you could end up wiping everyone out. Oh, have I done a standing start? Oh no, it shouldn't be a standing start. It should be a rolling start. Oops. Oh well. It doesn't matter from first race, does it? We'll change that after. Shit, the Porsche's crap off the start, I believe, as well. Yeah, look, it's really shit off the start, the Porsche. I think you don't need traction control with the Porsche or something, I can't remember. I have to work that one out with standing starts because there might be a few of them in Group 3, you never know. We're getting held up here, but there's not really many places you can overtake. If you, I might try and get past in a minute though. It's just through here is really hard with the dirty air. All right. Definitely think one stop is possible with the Porsche. Oh, look how dodgy that Audi looks already. It looks like he's verging on binning it in a minute, but... Gotta make a move on this Audi in a minute because got so much more speed. Get a run on him here, maybe. He's letting me go. Definitely a one-stop with the Porsche, I think. Seems fine. Ryan's two-stopping it with the Audi. Interesting. The Mercedes with its OP rear tyre wear should kick in like towards the end of the stint, but I think the front tyre wear will help the Porsche. No, I'm not going to box lap 8. I don't think so anyway. The car will be better on tyres on the second stint because of the fuel. Oops. But you don't want to do that. That Mercedes has got some grunt in it. So wait there, we've done 6 laps completed, we need 9, okay, feels good. Oh, I think that's going to be a mistake. I'll gain so much on this lap. I'm not going to refuel either. If I get clean air now, which possibly will with the new pit stops, they're so much faster. Look, there's my... Oh my god, Ryan, no! Obviously, he's on a 2-stopper though, isn't he? He might let me go because he's on a different strategy. There's no point Ryan holding me up really because he's not really fighting me, I don't think. Oh, thank you, Ryan. If Mystic doesn't know about the new pit stops, he's going to be so confused. Oh, he got a penalty there as well. That two stopper, like, it's only a 5 or 6 second pit lane loss. So the two stopper might be worth doing, really. Even for, like, the car's good on tyre wear. It depends how fast Ryan is towards the end. Obviously, Ryan, I don't know, like, it's hard because there's going to be, if you're out at the front in the Audi, you can pull a gap of 2-3 seconds, pit, come out right behind the others with fresh tyres. Hopefully now I've got cleaner air as well. None of that dirty air for the first few laps. The tyres should be a bit stronger towards the end. We could be on a two-stopper or one. I think the one-stopper works, but I think I like this because I think the two-stopper will work also. I don't know which one it's going to be. Awful through there. Trying to get some of the fuel saving done here now as well. I'll read that when I'm on this straight if I can. I'll see if I've got a chance. Why Porsche? I think Ferrari would have been better. No. No. The reason Porsche is way better on tyres, way better than Ferrari on tyres, and I'm better with the Porsche than the Ferrari. But thank you very much for the donation, mate. Like, Porsche's, in my opinion, for me, is a better car than the Ferrari. I can drive the Ferrari, but the tyre wear on the Ferrari is not great. So I'm quite aggressive on tyres in certain tracks, so I need a car that looks after tyres, really. Yeah, I like these because the fuel's enough. Like, it's not as severe, but fuel saving will work, but it's not overpowered like the fuel saving. Now it's times 3, so it won't affect all cars. It will affect some cars during the race, but I just think it's a really I really like what they've done. Because you can't go all out and then refuel. And you're not going to lose a massive amount of time. It might even be worth doing that. I mean, depends how you want to run the race, really. That's what I like. There's options now. We have options how we run the race. And that was the biggest thing that was missing from GT, because we were all stuck with a single, like, no stop, drive to the finish, try and survive with the tyres, boring race. Might be a penalty, that. But now we actually have a race where we can think about strategies on the fly as well. Like, you might be able to change strategy mid-race, and I love that. Joel donated another $2 through Super Chat. If they at the new Ford GT, will you go back to Ford? No. I'm sticking with Porsche for a long time now. I'm going to try and, like, stick with one brand for a bit and get, like, fully used to it, learn everything about it again. I already know it pretty well, but I want to get really up there with it and try and push it as far as I can. Yeah, Cody, mate, I think you've definitely got the speed. I mean, there wasn't much between you and what's the Japanese driver. I think it was just strategy, that. But we practiced before the race, like, and both them strategies worked. I predicted Lightning would run the strategy he did because of his ability to save tyres. I literally predicted the lap he would pit and everything. But you did insanely well. I think there's not much between you, Lightning, Igor, Storm. I think Mercedes, and that's why I've not gone Mercedes again, because I'm pretty sure that Storm's going to stick with Mercedes, because I think it's an unbeatable partnership, you and Storm. Like, in terms of manufacturers, that is probably the most OP partnership I've ever seen. But I can do some more flat out laps now, I believe. Yeah, I've done enough fuel saving. That was a better exit off that corner. Oops. That's what you call a penalty, but I think Mystic had a penalty as well in this race, so kind of evens it out a bit. I'd be annoyed if I lose that though because of that, because he had one as well. I'm pretty sure there's an area where you can get rid of that though. Might try and do it here now. Should be able to get rid of it here like this. Got rid of some of it, but not enough. That Mercedes is just so strong at every single track now in this game. And we're going to try and sort that bug out anyway. It says something when the Mercedes is better than the Porsche on tyres. That's how strong that Mercedes is on tyres now. I know he pitted later, but even on the first stint. Yeah, Mercedes is very strong, but you've not got a chance of getting anywhere really because Storm. I think a lot of people are like, I don't think many people in Top Split will go it because of Storm. They all know that Storm's going to be in the Mercedes, so there's literally no point driving Mercedes. It's like if you know that Lightning's going to be in a car, you're very unlikely to compete against Lightning. I've done it again. No, what a dickhead. Oh, what an idiot. Oh, I can't believe that. What a stupid mistake. He had a penalty anyway. Oh, what a dick. I didn't know he had a penalty. And the tyre wear on that Mercedes is so OP. Look at, even in braking, he can just take his normal braking still. Yeah, there's not much you can do to really compete against that Mercedes ones. In the race condition, we've said it before, like the Mercedes is just OP in race conditions. Missed apex. Oh, the front tires are totally gone here. I mean, to be fair, FTN got a watch out of it, didn't he? So. Mystic nearly binned it there. The races are longer, Mike. They're longer now, way longer. We don't need... This is the perfect length, I believe. Oh shit, missed the apex again. Ah. I don't mind the names being on. It doesn't really bug me that. Yeah, no. What another thing they could do to fix the issue with that? What happened in the World Tour is, it's so simple. It's just simply bring the tires closer. So the soft needs to be closer to the medium. Mystic bit. I've had no practice. He's probably been on it all day. But to be fair, mate, that Merc is just OP and on the new physics. I mean, we saw it. I mean, not saying it was OP in the World Tour, but I think on tyre now that Mercedes is just the car to be in. But yeah, the race is definitely the car to be. The race length 30 minutes is definitely good. We'll do it again anyway. I need to do a bit more qualifying practice, and I need to look after the tyres better. It killed me on the first in. Yeah, I think it's OP on tyres, Cody. I just don't think it's OP in terms of performance everywhere. But Mercedes has always been one of the best rounds, Nürburgring. I remember winning FIA with Mercedes round there. It was really strong. In case I'm going in Merc. I think Mercedes is very strong for race, but I still think Porsche is strong. It's just I made mistakes. That's all. Right, let's go back. Let's check everyone can get right. I'll tell you what I'll do here. We'll reset the lobby just to make sure and see if it fixes it. So we'll put that to 11. And then we'll go back down and put it back to 10. There are tracks that the Mercedes isn't the strongest, but the problem with it, there's none that it's bad at. That's the issue. I mean, for Porsche is never really bad. Well, I say that Monza, it's not the best, but no, it's not a good start. We'll change that now. That kind of screwed me over as well because I shouldn't have been starting there. It should have been a rolling start. Yeah, you got to be over 18. Yeah, the tyre wear on Subaru is quite bad. Right, let's race and mean. Let's go again. I think we can get the brace pace a lot better than what we did it there. I think I don't know. I don't know if a two-stop strategy might be better. Where did Ryan end up finishing with his two-stop strategy? Is everyone using Mercedes now in this? We'll start this qualifying pretty much straight away as well. So get into the lobby if you want to join. Corvette's not the best on tyres. Not a bad car though. It's not as good as the Mercedes. I have no idea what they're doing with the slipstream. All I'll say is the World Tour slipstream. I thought it looked smaller, but then I saw that Tokyo race where they were getting it from 1.3 seconds. So. Balls. The thing is though, that's why I don't think anyone's going to go Mercedes. Not many people will pick Mercedes if they want to have a chance of getting anywhere, because Storm's untouchable in Mercedes. Like in the EU, you have no chance of beating Storm at all. It's not going to happen. So I think you'll see a lot of people in Porsche, a lot of people in what other cars. I think you'll see some people in Jaguar again as well, because Jaguar ended up being quite strong at a few rounds, specifically in Group 4. What other tracks? What other cars? I don't think many are going to go out. I mean, some will go Audi, but it's the Group 4 car. You fancy your chances? You've not got a chance. I'm not being nasty, but like, I don't think you've got a chance against Storm. Nah, mate, you just haven't Mystic. I'm not being rude or nothing, but. Not at all. Storm would he's just untouchable. Like I don't think he's that far behind Lightning, if I'm brutally honest. Like I mean, I've competed against you in the same car, and I think I outperformed you 2 seasons in a row. like, you can't, to beat Lightning or Storm, you've got to be dominating a car. I don't think, I know you're fast, but I don't think you're as fast as Storm. Yeah, but see, the pace you had then was nothing compared to Storm. That's all. I'm not being, like, rude or nothing, but Storm is, like, untouchable at the moment. He's like, well, so the only person that can match Storm, I believe, is Lightning. I think, like, Lightning and Storm are the two EU drivers that are just flying at the moment, basically. I mean, remember the Mercedes is strong around this track. It's always been a strong car, even in, like, qualifying. So, yeah, Fragger, yeah, but he's not in the EU, Fragger, so... You were 6.5 behind me? Okay, so the 2-stop might be worth trying. Because you could push a lot more then. Lightning will pick a better car for manufacturer this season. I'm pretty sure of that. Like, he's already confirmed that. Is everyone in this lobby, by the way? So we can start the... Let's hope this... Yeah, I think the 2-stop will work, but you might have to use a bit of fuel up doing it. That's the thing. I think it might be worth trying, though. But it depends on... Can anyone have a look at the rate of fuel for this race on the settings? If you're not in the lobby already. TRL Lightning won't go Merc, because I think he won't want to... I don't think he'll want to compete with Storm. I know that, like, he could probably take Storm. I don't think he'd want to risk that. I think he'd rather... For him, it would make more sense to go Porsche or... You know, something like that he can still dominate in. I know he does like Mercedes, so I remember him dominating the Bathurst racing Mercedes. I would love to see Storm versus Lightning in the same car. That could be pretty good. I mean, Storm could go back to Porsche, though, because Storm was in Porsche also at one point. Yeah, not the fuel. I don't mean ×3. I mean the fuel refuel rate, like in the... So go to the race details and go to the refueling rate. Is it 7 seconds a litre? Sorry, 7 litres a second, or is it 10 litres a second? Because this lobby, I think, runs on different settings to FIA with the refueling. It depends if they're going to change the rules, though, as well. If they're going to change to like only 3 regions rather than the 5 region rule, if they change to the 3 region rule, Lightning still might not go an OP car. Right, let's start this qualifying. Did I already type in here this time? Yeah, and this man, the Mercedes is like, it's just so... Round this track, it's always been really strong, though. You need to remember that. I remember, like, I won top split FIA with the Mercedes here. It's just really, really strong. It literally drives so smooth, and the rears don't lose any grip at all. So this will be the final one, then we go to manufacturer after this race. So we need to start this pretty pronto. Let's start this quali. Is everyone in, by the way? Have we got a full? Yeah, we got a full. Let's just see if everyone gets in. We'll test this out now. So let's see if we all... Yeah, it literally doesn't do anything on the final chicane. It just flies over it. Oh yeah, by the way, Joel, thank you for them donations while we were racing. I couldn't really... I had to be pretty quick reading them. But thank you again, mate. Let me out. Let's just see if everyone gets out. Please, come on. Let's check. This man's out, thankfully. Yeah, I mean, I remember driving the Mercedes, and it does take a bit of time to get used to it, though. It took me a full season to really get in the swing of it with it, but then I just messed up the top 24 races. But I was like ahead of Carl Williams all the way through the season, and then the top 24 races I just bottled. And to be fair, I got wiped out on Monza by chaos when it was the top 24. But yeah, I bottled me qualifying in the Interlagos, which was a shame. And it's very fast. It's just the problem for FT Amp was he had two of the fastest drivers on Gran Turismo as his teammates, which it's like, do you sacrifice a win just because you want to race more? Like, you can't do that. That's Polifoni's fault for not bringing the tyres closer together. They should have 100. They need to bring the hard tyre closer to the medium tyre and the soft tyre closer to the medium tyre. So that will instantly make strategy more variable as well. Because, for example, this race, if the hard lasted longer, someone might say, I'm going to put the start on mediums, pit lap 5, and then put hards on, and survive to the end if it's got pace. Yeah, it's good they use all the, like in the World Tour events. I would like them to. I mean, I think they've got these settings right for these races now, though. I don't think they need to alter much, to be honest. I think these settings are decent. I like the length. I like the fact that all they need to do for these races is make the tyres a bit closer together. They need to make the hard a bit more grippy and give it maybe 3 or 4 tenths more speed, and then make the softs a bit slower. But then you've got much more strategy options in the race. Like, hard should only be like 6 tenths slower a lap, maybe half second, 6 tenths slower a lap than the mediums. And the softs should only be a second faster than the hards, in my view. And there's hesitation on the track. Oh, let him go. Lloyds, I don't know if he's gonna. Lloyds is a driver I'd like to see. I don't know if he just didn't bother with the last season, but he's rapid, Lloyd. I remember racing him in an open lobby, and the guy was flying when he was driving Citroen. International man of mystery. CIA operative. Yeah, I've seen the suit. I've seen the picture with, was it Lightning and Fragger? And Swillow and Cody, I think. I think that's who was on it. I can't remember. I suppose I keep forgetting that I could technically use Mercedes in this race. I don't know why I'm staying with Porsche, because this is Nations, so why am I even... why am I staying with Porsche? For some reason I've got it in my head that I have to use the Porsche. I've only just realised that I could actually use Mercedes if I want. I might try time trial tomorrow and use Mercedes. I didn't think of that. What a dick. Instead of that, what Polyphony should do is add the GT3 Cup car. Just put it as a GRX car and have a championship in it. So much fun. We're doing manufacturer after this race, mate. Probably only one race in it though, and then we'll get another practice tomorrow. I wanted to just test out these new settings tonight because we're going to do it again tomorrow because I really like it. I'd rather do this than daily racing because the settings are so much better now. Let's get some heat in the tyres for this base lap. Yeah, Cody is a monster in the Mercedes. I have no idea for race C because I'm not doing it, so I don't know. Oh crap, need some space. Oh, WDB, go, go! Don't want dirty air around here. Ryan robbing the slipstream. That season starts on Wednesday. That car put me off a bit then. I thought he was going to come over. Garbage lap. Ah, why did I get off the throttle there? And again, what an idiot. Not a bad base lap, but go a lot faster than that. go in the pits and let him through in case he's on a lap. Really not sure. I don't think the Mercedes is... I think possibly... I don't know. This is going to be... For this race, I think I would probably do better in qualifying with the Porsche, but I think in the race I'll be... I don't know, actually. Saying that, I used to love driving the Mercedes around there. I really don't know. Might try a two-stopper here just to see what happens. Cody, by the way, mate, are you on Twitter or are you not on Twitter yet, mate? You need to get yourself on Twitter. I noticed that whenever anyone's tagged in anything, you're never tagged in anything because you're not on it. We're doing manufacturer after this race, mate. We're going to do one race from that. If you're going Mercedes, you might have a few issues. Well, saying that, the Mercedes is probably the best FR car for the wet, but that's all I'll say. The MR cars are quite dominant in wet. Chase cam. Baptist uses chase cam, doesn't he? I believe. I'm pretty sure he does. Ah, you need to get on Twitter, Cody. See you later, crazy. No worries, Mystic. See you later. See you tomorrow if you practice. I'll be back on tomorrow practicing both, so I'll see you then. Right, let's get some heat in through here now. Oh, I've got no tyre temperature. Brian thought I was playing Wreckfest then. Go WDP, I want to keep them heating these tyres. I didn't get on the power properly then. Ah! Could have gotten the power way earlier than that. Ah! Didn't carry the speed through there. Lost a bit there. I'm losing time. What am I doing? I've got lighter fuel. Bloody hell. You twat! For fuck's sake, I can't get a good second lap in. What am I doing? Ah. Fuck's sake. Every time I go for the low fuel run, I mess it up. Every time. Now Kaus has overtook me, and I should have been way ahead of that. I was 2 temps up on the first sector, and I just bottled every time I'm bottling the low fuel run. Nah, I'm not doing that well. I mean, the Porsche, you need to be on 54.6, I think, 54.5. I'm pretty sure that tomorrow's qualifying is going to be low 54s. If remembering what we used to use. I see Kaus is using his GT by Citroen to practice. That's kind of why I want to use the Porsche as well. Just to keep in the zone with the Porsche. Yeah, you should have seen my lap, Kaus. I mean, well, I messed it up. I didn't even do a low fuel run. My first lap was with a high fuel. But luckily it was good enough for P2 still, so. I'll frighten the children. They're asleep. They're in bed. No, they probably woke up now. I'm going to try not going to minus 4. I don't know. Let's try minus 4 actually. That Citroen's got good gearing out of that corner. Oh no, you twat! Oh, WDP tried to gain a place and nearly wiped Nisman out. That was a little bit, oh, we might have to go for a bit of a different strategy here now. I need to get proper warmed up before this race on Wednesday, but a good job we've got another day to practice tomorrow, really. Yeah, this ain't PG this stream, Cody. I mean, that's not the worst word that's come out of my mouth while streaming, to be fair. Definitely not. I mean, I've said that the one word that you should never say as well on stream. Yeah, I've said, I mean, let's not write it in the chat, but I've said see you next Tuesday before. Wow, I thought I was in. What am I doing with the gear? I'm liking the way the Mercedes is looking in the race here. Might be a penalty there for me as well, and this man got one. Yeah, let's not write the C word in the chat. If you're gonna do it, write see you next Tuesday. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry. Oh no, sorry. I don't want to stop because I want to test the strategy out. Sorry. I would normally wait for you, but I've only got this time to test the strategy out. So I apologise, WDP. Normally I would wait, but this is a I'm trying to test something out with strategy, so I can't really afford to wait because I'm going to do something different in this race. I mean, it wasn't on purpose, Dirty. Please remember that. I didn't deliberately wipe him out. It was just I braked. Well, I braked where I would normally, kind of. The slipstream caught me out. That Mercedes is so strong. This Porsche is using more tyre life up than I remember it using. What is sportsmanship? Not letting the driver back through. I mean, I would normally let him through, but I need to test the strategy out because we're going to do mainly manufacturer tomorrow night. So I'm not going to waste half an hour just for the sake of letting someone back through, really, and ruin both our races. It wasn't deliberate. It was my fault 100%. But this isn't a real FIA. This is just practice, so... I think he's in the slipstream of that Citroen now. That Mercedes is so strong at the end of the stints. I think I might use that Mercedes tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I'll probably practice with it tomorrow. It seems massively strong in race conditions. I know WDP left. It wasn't on purpose, so that I hit him. I mean, to be fair, I've been hit by WDP enough in real races, so it kind of makes up for it a bit, but it wasn't deliberate. It wasn't on purpose. I just don't want to. I don't want to ruin the strategy that I'm testing. That's all. Driving worse than I was in the first race. Sorry WDP, by the way, mate. It wasn't deliberate. I just don't want to ruin the strategy. I would have waited for you, but I want to test something out. Yeah, we're just practicing how to wipe people out. I do feel guilty, but, well, I mean, I don't, but I do, if you know what I mean. Like, if it was FIA, I would have waited, but because this is just practice and I want to test the strategy out, I'm not going to wait. But I can tell you now that what's surprising me here now is that Citroen is holding on better than the Mercedes. Has Calster found an OP car here? What's going on with that Citroen? Please punt Calster. Ah, that was awful through there. Where's Calster gone? You've been disconnected. Alright, need to get a solid lap in on this one. And this Porsche is not as good on tyres as it used to be. He must have done something to wear the rears out a bit more on this. Considering I'm running the brake bias all the way to the front pretty much. I think I got 4 to the front. Ah, you oh, what a dickhead. Oh, you oh wow, there goes that strategy. I wanted to test out, see if it'd work, but that's been ruined a bit now. Oh, I think it would have been close as well, look. I don't know how much that lost me then, but I think it was at least 2 or 3 seconds. Because I lost speed going in the pits as well. I don't know. I mean, my car was facing the wrong way on the pit entry, but... So without that, we probably would have been under 5 seconds behind him with like basically 4.5 laps to go. I think this strategy might have worked without that mistake. Because look how much I'm gaining through the corners already. And then he gains on that one. I didn't get on the power early enough though, to be fair. Z4 has just got no BOP. It's got no power. It's just not good enough, really. Why you never see it. Where I think the Mercedes is so strong as well here is the fact that when it short shifts, it's good at fuel, but it's stronger at short shifting than the Porsche, so it can carry more speed while doing that short shift. That might be a penalty, I don't know. No, again, I got away with it. I can't believe I did that in the pit lane, you know. I don't know how much... It must have been 2-3 seconds. I don't know how close we would have been with this strategy. And also, it depends on traffic with top split as well. That's the other issue. If you get a lot of traffic, it kind of mess you up. Citroen ain't gonna get nerfed. It suits this track though, Citroen, because it handles well. And the gear, I think the gearing is probably quite decent for the Citroen round here. I noticed out of the slow corner, the long gears on the Porsche was a bit awkward, but with the Citroen, he seemed to be able to get in a gear that pulled him away quite well from the slow corners. Ah, you twat. Ah, what an idiot. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to change the point system, though. I mean, nothing's been said about it. I have no idea, really. Possible they might. Maybe, has anyone seen if they released anything on the browser or anything to see if the point system is going to get changed? That Merc is just so good on tyres. I might have to go that Merc, you know. I think I might use the Merc for this race. Although I think this two-stopper would have worked without the mistakes in it, because I have made so many errors and I'm still only 4.9 seconds behind, so maybe the Porsche on a two-stopper can work. It'll definitely be more fun to race that way, but see you later, Cody, mate. Have a safe flight, mate. Wherever you're off to. Brake too late. Even without, with it, like, I know I did that mistake in the pit, but if I just took out the errors in the race without that, even with that, we would have been close to him now. So I think the two-stopper can work. I'd be all over his rear now, I think, without hitting that pit stop, the pit lane. We'd be right behind him. See you later, Cody. What I like, though, is it does seem like both strategies are going to work for this race. The annoying thing is, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the first slot, because the first slot is at 5 PM. I might be able to. I'll have to see what the missus is on Wednesday. What shift. But I definitely won't be doing the last manufacturer race. Bloody hell. It starts at 20 to 12. Like, I hate doing that shit. Ah. We would have been really close without hitting that. I can't believe I did that. That was too many mistakes in that. Loads of errors. Hitting the pit lane wall didn't help either. I got flying around me. £5 PM is £7 PM. So wait there. What time is the 20 to 12 race in Belgium? That must be like 20 to 2 in the morning. Am I right? That race is going to be dead, isn't it? I don't think anyone will be in that anyway. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, Saturdays I can do obviously what do you call it? The first race, but I still wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't do that last race. The only way I'd do that last race is if the missus had fallen asleep, she was shattered or something, and I was awake. I'd just jump on and do it without streaming it. Let's change these settings now. Anyway, let's do one practice on the manufacturer. Pardon me. Yeah, I mean it's a good. Maybe some people will do it, but yeah, I hit the pit lane. I also made so many mistakes during that, so I think the two stops faster. You know, I think if you race it clean and you can, because the refueling should be a bit. I think it might be faster than. I don't know if it's. I think it's the same actually now, isn't it, on the lobbies? Mate, I think the two stopper might be faster if you push. Just don't refuel on the first stop. Just refuel a bit on the second one after you've pushed. I think it could work. Let's change this track anyway. I don't know, because Kelsey, you only lose 5 or 6 seconds in the pit. So, say in an FIA race, you've got like a 4-second. You're only gonna say the top 5 are separated by 4 5. This track should build a bit of a gap up anyway because of dirty air. You might only lose a few places. It's just getting back past them will be the problem. Yeah, you're not going to fall that far behind. It was only about a 5 or 6 second pit lane loss. That's the benefit. But I don't know. It'd be interesting. It all depends on if I'm going to one stop, I'd probably use a Mercedes. Or saying that Citroen looked really good that you was driving. Was it good on tyres or something? Because it didn't look like you was getting any tyre wear, Costa. So we need to do this rain one. It's 15 laps again, I think. Yeah, it depends how the race was going. I'll keep an eye on the race, I think, whether I go for the two stop or not. Yeah, I noticed that car. So my car was not as good as I thought it would be, the Porsche, to be honest. I might change to this. I'll try that Citroen out, to be fair. I might try to see what the Citroen's like on the tyres compared to the Mercedes. I do like the Mercedes around this track, though. That's the other issue. I might try. I'll probably try the Mercedes as well. Or why is this not? My battery gonna die here. Oh no, it's fine. This isn't Group 2. This one, is it? Yeah, I think I'll probably go Mercedes and do a one-stopper. So that Porsche practice has just been a bit of a waste of time. Oh well, at least I know not to use it. It's a hard one, really. The Porsche I think is better in qualifying though. That's the advantage. So maybe try. You could probably hold people up. I don't think there's a Red Bull ring race in Group 2 in Nations, to be honest. I think there's one at Blue Moon Bay Infield, I think it is. I don't think they're doing a red. I doubt they'll do a rain race in the Nations with Group 2. Times 3 fuel. Again, that's not. Times 5. Yeah, they need to reduce that dirty. I mean, I know that it does exist in real life, but not to the extent in Gran Turismo. They've gone a little bit OP because the slipstream's OP. That's probably why as well. So we can use both. I mean, you're only going to use one tire anyway. I like that. Maybe. Correct. Okay, let's change these settings. Feel free to join if people are leaving. Yeah, the Citroens. I never knew it was that good. Jesus Christ. Carlson, I think Carlson might have found a good car with Citroen because the Group 4, the Group 4 is not brilliant on race condition. Like it's good on race, but it's not overly like fast. If you know what I mean, it's a bit like it's probably like the Cayman but better on tires. I would think. I don't know. The good thing with the Citroen is though slipstream 7 gears it flies. If you get in the slipstream it'll overtake because of the gearing. These heavy wets on. Right. So this is going to be a battle of just trying to control the car, really. Trying not to push too hard. Oh, piss off. Oh, we'll restart this one straight away. Yeah, the Citroen's really good on tyre wear and fuel. But I don't think tyre wear is going to be as much of an issue, and fuel, I don't know, it could be a bit of an issue, but... Here we go. Here goes the... This is going to feel so weird after driving this car on dry. Oh my god. We'll just do like 3 or 4 laps and then we'll start the qualifying. Shit, I braked too late there. Brake, slow, slow, slow. I knew I braked too late. I'm so tempted to fit my other brake mod, you know, it's the T3PA Pros, because my other one on this wheel you can set it really like just so it stops at about like it just adds a bit of pressure, about 90% brake, and I think that might help with tyre wear. It might be worth a try. I'll have to see. The only problem with it is I know that I literally snapped the bar on my Playseat last time because when I had it too firm. Alright, let's try and remember where to brake this time. So I've got a brake before the 150. Oh god. Now this corner you got to brake before the 150 because if you brake on it, you die. You have to brake quite a bit before. And get it slow down, early upshift into second. Straight line acceleration as much as possible. But if you turn in, it's going to slide out. Oh god. Not a bad full fuel run, that, to be fair. That was with mistakes as well. Yeah, you got to kill the tyres in qualifying with this, because I can't wait to see the FR cars struggling around here, though. It's going to be funny. The Mercedes is the only car that can really keep up with the MR cars. Oh, you big prick. I'm not sure if the fuel on this car actually helps it, you know. Adds a bit of weight to the rear, possibly. Ah, it's too fast there. Gran wide. This has not been a very good lap. This is the thing, you've got to keep consistency in the wet. So this is going to be a 46 probably. Yeah, 46. So you don't want to push too much, because pushing genuinely leads to mistakes. I've just outbraked myself there. Got away with it somehow. You want to be nice and smooth really in the wet, and just try and just keep your laps as close as possible, not big mistakes like I did there. Oh, thank you. Cup of tea. Are you? No! Braking too late for that corner. Took too tight a line through there. That's going to compromise the exit because I can't get on the power now. You got to think about the line so much more in the wet. Like taking wider lines through corners to straighten the car off. I mean, it's better than the other lap, but tyre wear looks like possibly a one-stopper this for the Porsche. I don't know. I think you'll be faster doing a one. I feel like I'm braking too early there, but then when you get to the corner, it doesn't feel like the car's going to slow down. Such a weird situation. Ah. Ah, dead. Start qualifying in a minute. Have a cup of tea. We'll start the qualifying in a minute. I'm just going to have a bit of me brew. Why? What's happened with the stream? Something gone wrong with the stream? Is it Cowster or me that's got issues with the stream? Okay, by the way, I'm not getting any notifications. What's going on? Jim Nico, is he in the Audi? I'm guessing he must be in the Audi doing that lap. I don't know. The rapid lap. Ah. I need a piss before we start qualifying as well. We are back. What do you mean we're back? Did I go anywhere? What? What's going on here? Someone's Turbocharger says his stream's fine, no issues. What? I've got no issues on here. I've got no issues on Streamlabs. No notifications. No issues of loss of anything. Did everyone's stream die or just a few? Oh shit, I've got no viewers now. They've all buggered off. I've had no issues here. It said the stream's been fine. No, see, Car TV, did yours not cut out? No. Maybe it's got to be a YouTube issue because I've not got no drop frames, or normally if the stream dies for a bit, I'll have like a notification from Streamlabs to say that it's like lost contact with the server. Not had nothing at all, so must be a YouTube issue. Just check YouTube stream health. No issues. I think it must be a YouTube issue, to be fair. That. Oh well. I blame YouTube because I've not got a notification. So normally I'll have like a red like warning sign to say that if you've lost contact like with the stream or the YouTube servers. In a minute, Calstor, I'm having a cup of tea. Chill. Yeah, I've lost about 100, well, about 80 viewers then because of the stream dying. Oh well. Shit happens. I wonder if they're going to reduce the noise of the, you know, when you're following a wet car, the noise that comes off. Oh, Calster! Oh, he nearly binned. Did he bin it? I can't tell if he binned it then. It looked like he was nearly binning it. Right, let's just put it on auto drive and yeah, I'll go in the pits while I go for a piss so I'm not ruining anyone's lap. I'll be back in a minute. Go for a quick piss. Nico will win, yeah. Is he in the Audi? Let's just check it. I believe it looks like he is by his pace. Where is he on here actually? Can't see him on there. He must be fit. Oh, there he is. P8. Yeah, Audi R8. The Audi R8 is literally so OP in the wet conditions for some reason. I don't know why. I tried it. It's rapid. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely for some reason. I think what it is because you get a lot of understeer in the wet when you're going into a corner during braking. The Audi naturally has a lot of oversteer, so I think it kind of counters it and makes it a really nice balanced car around the track. And I mean, it probably is still a bit sketchy on power, but it's not any worse than other cars really. So once you get the hang of it, you can fly around the lap. That's yeah, the Peugeot should be pretty decent as well. But again, that's probably because that car's literally got no power, so it literally doesn't. It probably just drives like it's on dry track. What was it? What was it? Was it Lewis when he was getting into it? He was going like that when it goes into from fifth to sixth gear. Goes, it's like. I laughed when I saw that bit on the little interview they did with him. I think the Porsche can get close to that lap by Nico. To be fair, I think it's probably possible if you were really, really good, but I'm not really. I'm not rapid in the wet. I'm okay. I'm just not amazing. Right. Let's start this qualifying. Watch it. No, that's right. We're practicing 15 minutes qualifying. We'll probably get to the FIA and it'll be a 5-minute qualifying with no tyre wear, no fuel. They're to fix fuel burn and they're thinking we'll be like, shit. Fuel burning in the wet. I'm not fuel burning in wet conditions. I prefer a bit of weight on the car, to be fair. So I'd rather get the laps in, if I'm honest. That's the advantage. That's the thing with wet racing. I think it'd be better to go for the laps rather than worry about fuel burning. Kaz likes the fuel burning, yeah. Shit. Brake too late. Oh shit. F in the chat. F in the chat. That was awful, that. Maybe do a bit of fuel burning then if we're... I might as well get rid of some fuel and get myself some space on the track. What I need to do with this Streamlabs thing is try and make it so that I know how to make it so that each one has like there's a certain amount of lines between like the same message, but that doesn't matter for my channel. But the second one, I want it to come on a bit more of a gap. I need to figure it out really. Maybe I'll just reduce one timer to 25. Whoa, shit. Trying to find traction. I don't really want too much of a slipstream actually into this braking zone. I have no idea how I don't think it makes as much of a difference, if I'm honest, the dirty air. But you don't really want a slipstream going into the braking, that's a problem, because you don't want to be going too fast into any braking area in these conditions. I messed that corner up then. Ah! Yeah, I might get a bit of a problem here now, through here. I thought I left plenty of space, but I might get a penalty there now. Yeah, there is definitely dirty air. The way the car just washed off again through there, I'm just washing off. Why is it doing it? That is terrible. It shouldn't be that effect. Why is it so bad in wet conditions? That's frustrating, that. 44.8 on full fuel. What the hell? Right, I need to find space really here, because that lap got ruined a bit. I didn't think it was bad, but to be fair, the way that car washed off on the front end then, that was horrible. It shouldn't be like that though. You gotta, I mean, it's not like we're traveling that fast, so you wouldn't think you'd get as much dirty air in the wet, but by the looks of it, GT obviously hasn't got the physics to differentiate between the different conditions. Probably that's it. That's where the issue probably is. Oh shit. Get off there. No, we don't know how long qualifying is. I'm just having a guess that it might be 15 minutes. Because I'm basing my guess off the fact that the old top 24 races used to be 15 minutes, and these races are pretty similar in length. You can use full wet or intermediates. I'm using full wet. It did before Gamer, but I don't believe it went off again now, has it? Has anyone else done it again? No, I need to get a better lap in here. Oh, so it must. Gamer might be behind on the stream a bit or something. Unless he was away from it for a bit, it might have just been blank still, I don't know. You got an advertisement, did you? Hey? I don't know why, because I haven't clicked the button for it. Ah, right, yeah, that'll be why. It went off before, yeah. Well, apparently, I mean, I didn't know. It didn't tell me that it had been off. It's just, it must be a YouTube issue. I need a gap here this time, because I got kind of screwed over by being too close to a car. I might just wait and let this car go as well. Just wets work. Inters don't work. Yeah. Like, there was no... I had no notification that the stream had gone off on my end, so... It must have just been a YouTube issue somewhere. So I should be able to get this lap in, and then possibly another lap, I think. I need a gap, though. This is pissing me off. I'm trying to leave a massive gap. I don't want to catch anyone up again. Ruin my lap before that. And let's make sure we set a better lap this time. Too much wheel spin. Whoa, shit. No, mess that corner up again. Ooh, close to cows to that. And let's get in the pits, change the tyres and do another lap. Look at that between me, Calster, and Nizman. Crazy close. No, traction control doesn't help. It slows you down. It should help you in theory, but not on this game. It would just bog the car down too much. You're best kind of letting it spin up and just gain the acceleration. That's one thing I'd like to see improved for the next GT. Like, base the cars off real world settings. So make the cars handle like they should. Like, so traction control should always be used in GT3 cars. And also GTE cars. However, like, ABS should not be needed for GTE cars, but should be for GT3 cars. So separate the groups, make the cars run off the settings that they do in real life. I think it would just make the game a little bit more realistic, but make sure that they drive properly with them settings though. So if a car has no ABS in real life, make it drive well in the game with no ABS. A bit basically like how iRacing and Assetto Corsa do it, and Project Cars do it a bit like that as well. Just have a factory setting that is forced for these races and make the cars handle how they should. Look at Kelsey. Kelsey's been fuel burning. Only got 45% fuel on board. Maybe I should have been doing that. I wonder if we're going to get an update on Wednesday, by the way, as well, or tomorrow, because I was thinking about this. When are they going to add the new BOP? Surely it's going to be before the start of the season. I don't know, like, I mean, it seems like a lot of other people have been burning fuel and doing good laps, so I'm just gonna, it's probably gonna make the car a little bit, like, dodgier to drive, but it's probably gonna be faster overall with the lighter fuel, obviously. We'll have to test it out now. I don't feel like I've got the tyres up to a good temperature, that's the only issue. Oh, no, you dickhead. That's not how you want to start the lap. That's way down on speed over the line. Ah, oh, crap. Ah! Too much wheel spin. Try and hook that last sector up better this time, and I might be able to gain some of the time back. Ah, I took a really weird line through there. Ah! Nah, that final corner's lost quite a bit there. Oh, I jumped a bit, but definitely could have been a better lap, but let's see if they're going to improve behind though. Ah, Kelsey, you twat again. Look how close. Oh, without maybe that, with a better final corner, I might have just beat that. It's just that frustrating wheel spin I got. This is going to be a fun race tomorrow though. 15 laps trying to stay on the track is going to be a really fun race. So this is going to be just one attempt at this race. We're not doing another race after this. We're going to end the stream after this practice. Oh mate, I screwed the last sector up again. I mean, that lap I did there was just not a really, I mean, if you watch it back, you'll see it wasn't really a good lap. It was just the car being lighter, I think, that got me a decent, well, a reasonable lap time. My final corner was awful. Pardon me. Yeah, the start lap, I didn't get much speed over the line either. Yeah, I would think we should be, well, it's Wednesday, isn't it? Tomorrow's Tuesday. So we've got another day to practice. Oh, yeah. When we practice tomorrow, yeah, we'll be in 44s, hopefully. I don't know if we need to fuel burn or not. I would think we do, actually, yeah. I think the Porsche will be able to fuel burn this. Because we'll do two practice races on this tomorrow, and one on Nations, or even if I can get on a bit earlier, I might do two on both. We'll see. Let's just see the fuel. I don't think we need. I think we might. I don't know if we need to pit for tyres on this. Brake early with the cold tyres. Oh, this man nearly wiped me out. Wow, you need 100% concentration for this race. Woo, look at Carlton. This race could, well, it could be a good race or a disaster. Oh, I've run into a bit deep there. Trying to limit the wheel spin a bit. I don't want to kill the rears. Ah, that's awful through there. Really hard when you're in the slipstream though. Crap again. That Citroen is looking really strong in the wet. Actually kept gaining on the Audi. Oh, I messed that up. I nearly lost it. I had to early upshift into second then. Nearly binned it. Oh, I'm starting to struggle it. Need to start concentrating a bit. Oh, he's disconnected, P1. Okay, now I need to concentrate on trying to gain that time back on Carlson, which is going to be so hard. He seems to be really in the zone round there. I do think the pad is strong in wet conditions though. We saw that in the kart race as well. He was flying round. Now you can't go too high gears with this car because of the gearing. The gearing's too long to do that kind of thing. You lose too much acceleration. Bloody hell, I nearly binned it then. It... Hey, we're starting to come back a bit of Calcer now, but let's just see if we can... He seems to be stronger in the middle sector though. Gained again on Calcer that lap. Starting to get the hang a bit more now. Gaining again. Coming down the gap. Nah, Kaus is in Citrum. Ah, he got a much better exit there. God, you got to fight this wheel all the way round. Seem to have lost the rhythm a bit here. Lost 4 attempts to the previous lap there. This is so like up and down with the deltas between me and Calster. We're literally one lap he'll make a mistake, then next lap I make a mistake. I think I've braked too late there. Or just got away with it. Trying to be too aggressive there. Lost time. Ah, scruffy lap again. I think the rear tyre wear is starting to affect me a bit here. Ah, struggling. The rear is starting to lose the ability to get the power down. I might as well. Let's just test it out. Might as well test it because we don't know how long this pit lane loss will be. Let's just give it a try and see how much we lose. I know it's quite a bad pit lane loss, but let's just see. We've lost quite a bit, but let's see if we can bring it back. It's worth a try this, just to see. Nah, it's too much. I can't see us gaining that amount of time. Calster was still lapping 45s. Yeah, it looks like it's definitely a no-stopper. It was worth trying just to find out because we wasn't really gaining on him. I was losing time on him, to be fair. Me, or does it look like the track's drying out? I mean, I know it's not, but it looks like the track's not as wet. It's really weird. Even the sky looks a bit... I mean, it's still driving like shit, but... Gotta get these tyres up to temperature. So yeah, it's definitely a no stopper. I don't feel as confident on these tyres as I did on the other ones. Which is really weird. I can't get any grip out of them. Not even gaining on him on traction zone with the fresh tyres. That Citroen is what the hell? That Citroen's OP. Why is what the? That hasn't even got fresh tyres and it's still pulling away on traction zone. Well, that could have something to do with the pad as well, to be fair, with the traction, but it'd be interesting to see what other drivers on the wheel will be like compared to Calster tomorrow. I mean Wednesday, sorry. I mean, I don't think Citroen's OP on tyre wear, but it's clearly better than the I think better than the Porsche was. He's still pulling away from me. I can't work it out. My lap time's like terrible though. I'm not really getting much out of this. I mean, I'm off pace. I feel like changing tyres has kind of affected me more than staying on the tyres I was on. Let's just see. Yeah, look. I'm only on a 46.0. I should be doing like 45 flats near enough with this amount of fuel on. Can't get the traction down out of turn 1 anymore. Oh, I braked earlier and it's still not making it through that corner. Oh shit. This is so frustrating. It's just I should be going faster than this. I can't get in the rhythm again. It's really weird. I think I know what I might do for the race. I think I might use mixture 2 on some of the traction zones to try and limit the wheel spin and save the tyres a bit. It's as if they've took a while to get back up to temperature. It's weird, this. Because they now feel pretty good, the tyres. No, the fuel, it's not that. It's the grip level is different. It's not the fuel. It's like the temperature of the tyre needs to come up and it takes a while. Maybe being in the pit lane when you're coming out slow doesn't help them. I mean, this has been a shocking lap, but it's still probably faster than what I've done so far, yeah. Just feels like there's a bit more grip available now. Maybe if I pitted earlier and got them back up to temperature and took advantage of the fresh tyres. But they did seem to peak on like lap 6 if you look at on the first sim. Oh no, where am I going there? Yeah, I think if I wouldn't have pitted, I'd be... I don't know whether I'd be further behind than I am now. I don't think I could have kept up as much pace as what I... Like, obviously, I think I would have fell further back as the tyre wear kicked in. So maybe the... I don't know, it's hard... Maybe got to look after... Just look after the rears more and doing those stoppers, so using mixture 2 and stuff. Also, I think I'm starting to realize you've got to be very careful. Like, don't downshift too fast. Wait until quite late on to do the downshift. Seems to help rotate the car better. Mess that corner up again though on that. Oh shit, need to brake there. Ah. Hard. It's I don't know. Don't know whether that'd be better to do a no stop or a one stop, because we probably would have finished about the same. It's probably best to do a no stop and look after the tyres. Yeah, the Corvette is terrible. Same with any FR car though. Alright, that's the final race anyway. Need to that race lasted a bit longer than I thought. To be fair, I love this new setting. So like 25 to 30-minute races every race. Perfect. Yeah, the Merc's still not brilliant though, Cal. So I've tried it. It's just that Storm's OP. The Merc is. It's we only had 6 people left in the lobby. Storm is just really good. I tried. It's half a second slower a lap than the MR cars, the Mercedes. But it's the only FR car that can really compete, though. To be fair. Yeah, that when you're really close to a car, that rain effect is horrible. I think you can. No, you can't even change it, can you? Because oh no, you should be. I wonder if that would. That's the point. Let me check that now. Actually, there might be an option that you might be able to do to, but it'll alter the engine sound. I reckon if you do alter it. Let's have a little look. So if there's sound option. Okay. So see. Maybe lowering that. I know it's the engine sound. I wonder if that'll lower their sounds on. I wonder if that'll lower their sound in terms of the water effect as well. I don't know if there's another. See, it's going to be race sound effects otherwise that you want to lower, because that will lower the that setting. I think will lower it, but I don't know how low you'd want to go. I'm on 65. You're probably going to want to go down to like 50 or something for that race. I might even test that out tomorrow. Just try it on like 45 to see what it sounds like. But it is frustrating. Oh, at least these races are going to be a bit longer tomorrow. I need a bit more work to get a bit more consistency. Look after them tyres with that Porsche as well. Especially, I don't know what I'm going to... I think I'm going to drive Mercedes for Nations. Yeah, I'm going to test that out tomorrow and see. Calcer, mate, I made a lot of mistakes in that, mate. It's not just you that made Calcer. Remember, this is a wet race. Everyone makes mistakes. No one's going to drive a perfect race. And I don't think that was a bad race by you, to be fair. I think you just don't know why you're saying that. Your tyres were really holding on, though, I think. One stage I was coming back, but then my tyres just went on the rears. I think I need to use mixture 2 a bit on the traction zones. Mind games. Yeah, it's... Let's have a little look at the top 10 for this. I would think the Mercedes, the Audi, Porsche. No one else is up there in the Porsche, but look, the AMG seems still an AMG. I'm gonna have to go in the AMG for that, you know. I just think that the only thing I think about the Porsche is I can get way above that. I can beat that time easily in the Porsche. I did a 53.8 in the Ford GT when it was on not long ago. I'm gonna try the Citroen out as well, Calster, because I think you might be onto something with that car. I think a lot of people might overlook that, so I'm gonna try that out and time trial tomorrow, and I'm gonna try the Mercedes and the Citroen out because I know I can, like the Porsche. If I need to use it, I can jump in it and use it now. I've tried that out. So I'm gonna try out the Citroen tomorrow and the Mercedes and see which one I prefer for the race condition. It comes down to qualifying a little bit as well though, because this track is going to be hard to overtake on. You're gonna have to do something with strategy really. What's the Citroen like for fuel though, Calster? Is it good? No, that was full wet that then. Doing then. For heavy rain, that's pretty realistic for lap times. To be fair, you just got to remember in real life they use a lot of traction control. GT Sport is just not faster with traction control. I think a lot of people will race well. Top split will race wet. I don't know about other splits, but that could be good for top split though. That if there's a drop off, because that means split 2 might not be very good points. So I think that it'll be advantage to be in top split. So is it a bit like so it's a bit like the Group 4 Citroen probably, where you just 50% shift and it keeps reasonable speed. Interesting. Wonder why, like that car looks good at. It looks good at so many tracks. It was good in the dry race at Red Bull Ring as well. We had the car behind me, didn't I, when I was in the Ford GT? So wonder why no one's been using Citroen, because it's clearly a reasonable car. It's got good tyre wear. Why has that car been overlooked for manufacturer? Strange one. Unless one of the updates affected it and helped it or something. I don't know. Yeah, the wet is all about getting your racing line so that you're accelerating in a straight line. So you don't want to be accelerating with any steering input, because you saw me as soon as I did it, the car starts snaking. Understeers at times. Yeah, I mean I'm not a fan of understeer, but I'll test it out tomorrow. Have a little go in Citroen and the Mercedes. God, I'm shattered. And see what I think of them. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there. It was a good test. I like the new settings for these races. I think Wednesday's races are going to be entertaining, especially now that they're near like 25 to 30 minutes long. Good fun, them races. She's taking the piss. She thinks she's funny. Don't. And what shift are you on Wednesday? Oh, good. Oh no, yeah. The first race is at 5 now. Changed all the races. Yeah, they'll just probably be watching. Try and make sure they've had the dinner. Yeah, she ain't using the phone. Yeah, I'll ban her from that. Jesus. But yeah, I'm gonna so Wednesday I will be doing the first race, but I'm not doing the last manufacturer race now, because that's just too late. Like 20 to 12. If that won't finish until possibly 12:30, that race. No way. The only way I'll do that is if like I end the stream and like if the missus has fell asleep. You can't count off anything. On about like during the some of the races, the last one's late. If I've had a bad race, like you ain't gonna be awake at work at 12 hours. So I can just jump on and do it. It's good with shirt shifting. What? You're off on Saturday? Oh yes, that means I can do the early race on Saturday as well, no issue. You got full weekend? I mean, I ain't doing the Saturday night race. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm having a conversation with the missus instead of talking to you. But I'll leave this stream now. Thank you everyone for coming in the stream. Thank you for the donations. I will see you all tomorrow for another FIA practice. We're going to do the same thing again. Possibly switch it around. So I know. Well, I'll probably try and do 2 practice races on both of them. So practice on nations and manufacturer if we've got time. So I will Peppy kick just now. I'm not bothered about that. I can improve that. That lap was done. If you have a look at the time difference between the laps, I can get way up there on this. We did a 53.8 in the Ford GT, and the Ford GT is not that strong. Yeah, time trial doesn't mean anything. That's why I'm not too worried about that. I only do time trial to get into the rhythm with the car. So 15 minutes, just get the rhythm of the track and then concentrate on online really for FIA. There's no point wasting time. Like some people hammer time trial for FIA when there's just no benefit to it because it doesn't handle like that in the race. Yeah, 53s would be pretty simple to get, I think. Even in the Porsche. I'm pretty sure if like when you see Lightning, if Lightning does it, if any of the top drivers really push that, it'll be 53.3s and 4s. I'm 100% sure of it because I'm normally 3 or 4 tenths off the top, and I can do 53.8, so they'll all be on low 53s. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to end the stream, as I say. I've said it about 5 times now. I'll see you all tomorrow for more practice. Going to get the Ford GT race out tomorrow, the final race. Get it all up to date for the start of the new FIA season. Yeah, so I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone, and thank you all for coming in the stream. Please click that like button. I appreciate it. See you later, everyone.